All right, folks, here it is, one of the kings of the toy haulers, the Keystone Fuzion 427. I absolutely love this layout. You have a ton going on here, as you can see, in the 14.5-foot garage. So of course, if you have that side by side, it'll easily pull up in here, and it'll be easy to tie down thanks to the Select Attract frame welded rings, essentially. So you have several different options. It really gives you a lot of versatility when tying all your toys down. Now, not that you necessarily have to have a golf cart, motorcycle, ATV, or side by side, because this also makes a great space for extra sleeping space. Because right here you have the rollover sofas, so you can sit down, you can hang out back here, but these do roll over into a bed, and you have the Happy Jack system with the drop down bed up top. So you can easily sleep 4 more adults back here. You can see the back patio. I'll open this up just to kind of show you. Boom, there you go. So you have the entire back patio space. You can see the table. That, of course, can sit right here, so everyone can sit back here and eat. And you have additional steps so you can enter and exit from the patio. Now, I have the screen here, but these do come up so that way these can all be glass. So that way it's a little more 3-season-ish if it's a little bit colder outside or if it's raining, something like that. Now, as we flip around, we can see the TV. This does drop down, so you get a little bit better viewing angle when you're sitting on the sofas. You're not breaking your neck trying to see it. Good storage up there as well. And all the way up on the top, not only do you have some speakers in case you want to rock out back here, have a party, but you'll also see one of 3 ACs. And the cool thing about this is it has the Omni-Chill AC system, meaning you can run all 3 ACs at the same time. You also see plenty of electrical outlets, and this one has a little sticker showing that this is a pre-wired inverted outlet, essentially meaning that it's hooked up to the inverter. And if you get the big enough solar panel system, the Solar Flex system, starts with the 200 standard. You can go up to the 400, at which point you can get the inverter. You can also go up to the 600 for 600 total watts of solar, the inverter with that one as well, and you can upgrade into lithium batteries. So if you really want to be able to get out there and, you know, kind of do some boondocking, have some adventures most people can't have, you can still have power with this bad boy. You will also see you have storage right up here, excellent ladder storage. I'll show you where the loft is as soon as we go inside. That's what that ladder is for. And you have some additional storage right there. Really cool drop-down compartment. You have your ram air vents right here in the side, so obviously you can get any exhaust and fumes out, making sure that we're not building up any gas fumes or anything like that that's going to be flammable. Half bath back here too. So this is another reason, folks, that it just makes such a great space. One of the reasons I really enjoy toy haulers. Great for entertaining because you're sitting back here, you're hanging out, need to use the bathroom, you can do it. You have guests, you have in-laws, they're staying back here, you can go use the bathroom. You know, already, again, even if you're just using it as a toy hauler, you have that after a good ride. Love, love, love having that capability. When we step up and in, take a look at the beauty, right? Just because it's a toy hauler doesn't mean it has to be overly masculine. It can still be an absolutely beautiful RV, which is exactly what Fuzion has done. When we take a look at the off-camp side slide, you have 3 theater seats. My favorite one being this one right here in the center. Look how wide this sucker is, and the entire thing comes up. So if you want to have, you know, 2 people snuggling up side by side, you can put your feet up. I don't know about people watching, but my wife absolutely loves to sit with me on a recliner, and there's just not enough space, but she tries to make it work anyway. With this, you can actually do it. So I think that's a really cool feature. Big windows here too. I mean, you have huge slides in a toy hauler, as you'd expect. So this just lets in a ton of natural light. Now, I talked about the loft. You can see the loft right up here. So again, that ladder will just affix right there so you can climb up and in there. And as you'll see, there is your second AC located right up in the loft. Great storage all the way throughout. We have a little bit right here. When we go into the kitchen, we'll have a bunch more. You can see there's storage above the entertainment center as well. Then you can see the nice big TV. You'll have great viewing angles. Basically, no matter where you're sitting, you have your multimedia center underneath that, speakers on both sides. And of course, the fireplace, which not only looks great, but is also super functional because it'll help take the chill off in this main living space. More storage right over here. As soon as you walk in the door, you can see you have storage above and below, as well as the 3rd generation in-command system. This is an awesome system. Let's see, it'll be one of 2 stock codes. Nope, let's try this one. There we go. So that way you can open it up. This will allow you to basically run everything from your generator, your awning, your slide outs, lights, even the HVAC you can run right from here. And as you can see, you can schedule it just like a normal thermostat, like a smart thermostat that you would have at home. So definitely a great system to have right there. And you can download an app, be able to control it from your phone. So let's say you have this parked, you go out for a day, or you just have a seasonal, you're coming, you can make sure you turn on the AC, turn everything down, get it nice and cool before you arrive. We take a look at the kitchen. Yeah, that's right. We have a kitchen island in here, folks, and this is a really cool kitchen island. One of the reasons, again, as I talk about this one is just built for entertainment from the garage all the way into this space. How many of you have like a kitchen island at home, and that just becomes kind of the main focal point where everyone comes around and starts talking? Well, they figured that out too, and it comes with 4 bar stools. Now, I tell you what, when I first swung one of these out, I was like, there is no way this is going to support my weight, but I'm telling you, folks, look at that, no problems at all. Can support up to 350 pounds on each one of these. And you have 4 of them, so that way you can swing out, just have conversation right here. And it doesn't take up a ton of space. I think this is super, super smart design. Of course, as I mentioned, solid surface countertops all throughout the kitchen. When we talk about cold storage, 18 cubic foot Norcold fridge freezer combo. Now this is a gas absorption refrigerator, which means it will run off your standard 120, so either shore power or your generator, but it will also run off propane, so you have a few alternative different fuel sources there. Taking a look at midship is our kitchen sink. Again, prep space on both sides, electrical outlets on both sides. Because it is solid surface, they undermounted the sink, high-rise pull-out sprayer, storage all the way underneath, beautiful backsplash, and of course the storage there up top. One of the things you will notice right next to the inverter right there is this control. This is for your water heaters. It has a Girard tankless water heater on it. So that way you have essentially near limitless on-demand hot water. Then over on the other side of the kitchen is where you'll do the rest of the cooking. So we have microwave up top, you have your cooktop and stove right down below. You can see you have a pretty big oven right there, so you can actually cook more than, you know, just a casserole dish that's this big. So I definitely appreciate that. And then, of course, storage all along the top, a little bit along the bottom. So the kitchen is broken up a little bit, you know, so your flow might be a little bit different when, you know, kind of preparing foods, depending on what you have to do. But again, having this right here where everyone can sit around and entertain, I think is 100% worth it. It just all kind of depends on what you want to use your toy hauler for. Now, as we take a step up into kind of the bedroom and bathroom area, you can see I do have direct access into the bedroom, but I can also sneak right over here into the bathroom. And what I like that they've done is they put on a slider door, so you don't have to play that game when entering into the bathroom from here where one person has to go down the stairs. I'll take a seat on the toilet here. Of course, porcelain bowl as you would expect at this price point, but you have good shoulder space. You know, a little tight on this side, but not bad. Plenty of leg room here though. And you also get a one-piece shower. Again, at this price point, that is what I would expect, and that is what they have delivered. You have a seat in there. I'll stand in here just to kind of give you an idea of height because we're on the upper deck. Just want to make sure you have enough room, but being 6 foot tall, I mean, you have an extra 3-4 inches up there with that skylight. It's absolutely no problem. The hand wand, you actually get a shower bar as well, so you can adjust that height so that if you are a little bit shorter, you know, you can pull that down. Of course, you have the vent fan right up top and then mirrored medicine cabinet with your sink and storage down below. Now again, a couple entrances and exits into the bedroom here. One of the really cool things is this, the fact that you have washer dryer prep in the bedroom. More often than not, when you look at toy haulers, the washer dryer prep is back in the garage. That's not where we want it. It takes up very valuable space. This is where you want it. This is where it is in every other fifth wheel. I love that they actually put it up here. Of course, we have the sliding door here, and then on the other side, let me undo the lock. There you go. You see that you have some additional wardrobe space right over there. The bed is in a slide out, windows on both sides for cross ventilation. The third AC located right here in the bedroom, and as I mentioned again, you can run all 3 at the same time. Lastly, you have your third TV right here at the foot of the bed above the window and the chest of drawers. Now let's take a look at the outside of the Keystone Fuzion 427. So starting off right up front, you will see the aerodynamic front cap. That of course is painted, so it's a lot easier to clean. Then you have the LED lights inlaid in there. Right underneath is the Curt Rotaflex head, which helps prevent some of the bucking and chucking by having this head that rotates. So when you start and stop, it takes a little bit of that jerking motion out. When we drop down underneath a little bit further, you can see storage right up top here. Then over in the side are where your propane tanks will go. You'll have two 30-pound propane tanks, and of course our generator, 5,500 watt Cummins Onan generator, so that everything in here is self-sufficient. Now along with that, when we talk about power, this one has upgraded to the Dragonfly lithium batteries. So you have 100 amp hour batteries there. You'll get two of those. When we take a look at storage, you see that you have good storage right here as well. Not quite as much as we have on some other fifth wheels, but again, you have all that garage storage. So it really kind of helps make up for what you're lacking here. Now, in there, you also saw an inverter. That's because this one has the upgraded Solar Flex package. It starts at Solar Flex 200, which gives you 200 watts of solar. This one has the 400i, so you have 400 watts of solar plus that inverter, and you can go even one step further and go into the 600. You will see awning coverage. You have a few different awnings, one right up front here, another one in the back, so that both doors do have awning coverage. Those, of course, are going to be power with LED lights. And you will also see the windows here are frameless windows. So not only are those more aesthetically pleasing, but it also helps to protect the seals because they're going to be tucked behind the glass. And essentially the way they open, they will tilt open. So that way, if it's raining, you can still have the windows open. It's not going to get all musty inside the RV. Another cool thing about this one is the fact it has an outside kitchen, which we just don't see a ton on toy haulers, so I do like having it here. You got the 2-burner cooktop that pulls out, as well as the mini fridge, which is probably my favorite part, and then you'll also see the TV right up top. And again, that is underneath the awning, plus you have the door so you can put the chairs right around. And if just listening to music is more your speed, you have a couple of outside speakers here too. As we move back a little bit further, we get into the main entrance. Now, there are 3 entrances into this RV. You'll have the main one here, one into the garage, and then the other one we saw on the party deck. So with this one, it is the MORryde step above step system. It is very solid. You have the aluminum treads on there, so they're not going to rust, and that first step is larger. You also see it's backlit, so if you're entering or exiting at night, you're not going to fall down, and you have the larger grab handle to aid you when entering the RV. It's a little tough to see, but right underneath there is your 6-point auto level, and that is a hydraulic system. Definitely some great things with that equalizer system. It's piped straight to the manifold, very easy to diagnose and troubleshoot. I'll show you that in a little bit as far as where it is, and you have the nice big foot pads on there. Excellent system. Now, I'm sure this is no shock to anyone, but this is a triple axle, folks. You're looking at almost 45 feet and over 16,000 pounds dry. So it's, you know, again, to no one's surprise, you're gonna have the triple axle on there. You have the MORryde CRE 3000 suspension system in between, so that will give you 3 inches of travel, and use a rubber compound to help take a lot of the potholes and just kind of rigors of the road out, so that when you get to your destination, everything is where it should be. Again, we talked about that second power awning. That is where that one is right there. This, of course, being the entrance into the garage. Nice big extra storage area right here. Can certainly appreciate more storage. And then this is that third entrance going up onto the party deck. And again, you can go right in through those back doors. What you will see up top is that this one has the power awning coming off the back on the party deck, which is something I personally really like. You also have some lights, so you can keep the party going later into the night, and backup camera prep on here too. With a 45-foot RV, it is definitely something I would recommend getting. Now, you have a couple different ways to set this party deck up. You have the cables, as you can see right here, but you also have feet for extra support, which I really like. With an 8-foot door, it's definitely a great thing to have. And you have levels, so you can see how level it is. So again, that can be pretty important. To get up onto the fully walkable roof, you have this fold-down ladder, so that way you can get up there for any kind of maintenance or inspection. And right over here is your fuel fill station. What I do want to show you is you have not one, but 2 30-gallon tanks on there right next to your dispenser to make sure that you will have plenty of fuel. A couple last things I want to show you. One will be the tankless water heater. As I said, it is a Girard. so that way you have that near limitless on-demand hot water, which is an awesome system. Speaking of water, moving up a little bit further, we get into our wet bay area. So the nice thing about this is it has everything for winterization. You can see your power tank fill there as well in the black tank flush. And of course, because this one is insulated and ready for 4-season camping, your valves are insulated too to make sure those aren't going to freeze up on you. Now, I was talking a little bit about that hydraulic leveling system. The controls for that will be right here, right above the extra solar prep. If you want even more than your possible 600 on the roof, or if you just already own one, want to connect it. But right here is that hydraulic system. You can see everything is color-coded and labeled, and of course, it is an easy fill. Now, folks, again, this is the Fuzion 427. It is an absolute monster of a toy hauler. It is gorgeous. It is a great layout. You can fit just about anything and everything you want in it. But if you're looking for something that maybe is a little bit smaller, easier to tow, a little more affordable, I got one for you. Just stick around.